to another video on my channel. So today's video is on these gorgeous layered stamping images, and I'll be using the new Dixie plates Spring #1 plate. So this is a layered stamping plate, which means the images are broken down into, for example, 2 layers or 3 layers, so you can build up a multi-layered, like different coloured image rather than just one layer stamp. So it's a really awesome effect, and you can create multiple designs with this plate. It's one of the most beautiful plates I have in my collection. I absolutely loved playing with this. I wanted to do loads more designs. It's stunning. So I'm going to be using the Dixie Plates Diamond Duo Stamper. It's got 2 heads on it, so you can use whichever one you feel more comfortable using. I chose the flat head on the top, and I'm just going to prep the plate with some acetone just to clean any residue off. So I'm going to be using the Gel Bottle Ink Spring Collection, 6 of the colours from this collection, to do the swatches / tutorial on. I will link that collection down below, and I'm going to be using all Hit the Bottle stamping polishes. This is Champagne Shifter. It is a gorgeous champagne. They're all slightly on the metallic side, really beautiful, really pigmented to work with. So when I'm doing full cover, like solid stamping rather than the outline, I like to apply polish to the whole area that I want to pick up the image, and then I just roll over my stamper with a flick of the wrist, nice and light, and it picks up the image really well. Now if there's any bubbles or any gaps in the images, that's down to my stamping, my mistakes, because this image is perfectly etched and it's really good. Practice makes perfect. Don't give up, because stamping is a way you can really enhance your nail art and nails. It's really awesome. So I'm going to be using As Black as Night for the second layer of this image, and these are cute little mushrooms, and oh my gosh, I think this is my favourite image on the plate. I absolutely love how this turned out. And I also feel like with layered stamping, as you can see here, I didn't exactly get it in the correct place. So it was slightly jagged to the base champagne shifter that I used. And I think that's the beauty of it, to be honest. I think if you create that slightly off look, it really adds to the effect. I mean, look how blimmin' cute those little mushrooms are. They will be going on my nails. So now I'm going to be using a bolt from the blue, and I'm going to do the next image across, which are these beautiful flowers. So again, it's a 2 image layered design. So I'm picking up those flower images first and applying them to the nail. Then I'm going to be going in with As Black as Night, again as the outline colour. You can do it in whatever colours you fancy or whatever goes well with your design. And I'm just scraping that over. When I do the outlines, I just apply polish to the top and scrape downwards, and applying that directly on. When I'm doing finer stamping, I like to hold my stamper on for a couple of seconds more. I just find that really holds the lines on the nail, because otherwise sometimes if you lift that stamper away, it may not have stuck. So if you hold it on a couple more seconds, that should solve that problem. So now going in with Champagne Shifter again for this flower image. When you are scraping with these plates, apply as little pressure as possible. I find that that picks up the best image. And picking up again with a light flick of the wrist, a light roll over, not pushing it down really hard, because sometimes that can create gaps in the image. So I've gone in with my first layer for this flower. I'm now going in with Drop Red Gorgeous for my second layer. Picking that up with the stamper again, flick of the wrist, really nice and light. And then this is where you have to kind of line it up. Now with lining it up, I kind of try and stamp and pick up the image on the stamper the exact same way for each of the 3 layers or each of the 2 layers, depending on what design you're doing. So now going in with As Black as Night for the last layer, this is the outline. So again, picking up that image on the same way, so that when you place that stamper down, you should be placing it in the same area, so that way you can line it up a lot easier. But as I said before, I think the beauty of layer stamping is to get it slightly off, because I think that creates more detail and more of a 3D effect and that kind of thing. I think it gives it a little bit more of a quirky look as well. So for the next design, I'm using Stop and Smell the Lilacs. It's a beautiful lilac colour, and I'm going to be doing the gorgeous butterfly. So I just used 2 layers for this. You can add another layer and make it even more multicoloured with the one on the right hand side, but I applied that down. Then I'm going with As Black as Night again for my outline. You could do whatever colour. It's nice to say if you had a deeper purple, you could do this outline in a deep purple and have like a purpley butterfly. That would look really pretty as well, but this is the only colours I had, so I used black, and I still really like the way it looked. It made that lilac pop on that green. So as you can see there, I stamped a little bit of black that I didn't want there, so I'm just using one of these eyelash applicators. You can get them on eBay for really cheap, or Amazon, and just using a bit of acetone and wiping it off. So next design, I'm using Absinthe Minded, and I'm doing a little bit of foliage. I want a little bit of green in this design. So this image is a 2-layer image. So I'm applying this directly onto the nail, and you can see how well these images pick up. They're so crisp. Next I'm going in with a darker green, which is Emeralds Are Forever, and picking up the outline of this. So I think this works really well if you've got different shades of one colour, for example a light pink to dark pink. It's nice to do the layers from light to dark because it really builds up the detail and intensity. So as you can see there, it creates those little veins. It's so cute. So going back to Champagne Shifter, I'm going to be picking 3 different flowers to add to my little design. So again, swiping across, picking up that image onto the stamper and placing it at the bottom of that nail. And you can see how well these pick up. I mean, they are stunning. The polishes work really well with Dixie plates as well. Highly recommend the polish, highly recommend the plate, it's beautiful. So going in with the outline now in a different shade, I chose to go with Drop Red Gorgeous. Applying that directly over where I've put that base layer, and you can say it just makes it pop. It looks really stunning. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to do 2 more flowers in 2 different colours. I'm going to let you watch for a little bit. All I'm doing is the same process, repeating it and doing another 2 flowers. So I'll be back in a bit. Just wanted to say a massive thank you to the lovely Kate for sending me this gorgeous plate to play with. It's an absolutely stunning plate with gorgeous designs on it, so thank you very much, Kate. So for this flower I did 2 layers, and I wasn't quite happy with how that gold was standing out. I kind of wanted a slight more depth of the outline, so I decided to go back in with As Black as Night and go in with that exact same image, so the second layer, and restamp in black, but I stamped it slightly higher up so you could still see that gold layer I put on, and it created a really nice dimension because you had the peach underneath with the gold and then the black, and it just created the right amount of depth I wanted and detail to the image, and I really like how it came out. So next design I'm using Champagne Shifter, and I'm doing a kind of a little double image here. So starting off with these gorgeous flowers, so I'm applying this onto the nail in the bottom corner, then going in with As Black as Night, applying that on this second image along, and I just love how these black outlines look. You could even just do the black outline by itself, you don't have to layer it up. I think that's why this image and the whole plate of images are so versatile, because you can really do whatever you want. You could just use the outlines of an image and do that, or you could create the layered effect up. It's really versatile plate. It's a good one to get your hands on, a good one for clients that want some jazzy spring summer nails. So I'm just tidying up where I accidentally got some extra polish on the nail. So now going in with this gorgeous dragonfly. Oh, it's so beautiful. I think this might be one of my favourite images on the plate. It's so pretty and so delicate. So I'm applying that straight onto the nail, and you can see even with the finer body it's still stamped perfectly. I really recommend getting a clear stamper. Specifically, this one's really nice because it's so large, so really good for your larger nail clients. It will fit the whole nail on, and look how beautiful that turned out. Really gorgeous. So there's all the swatches for the new Dixie Plates Spring No. 1 layered stamping plate. I really hope you enjoyed this mini tutorial / swatches and review. It's a really gorgeous plate to get your hands on. I highly recommend it. Stunning images. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to go check out my Instagram, Isabelmaynails, for more nail pictures and goodies, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, bye!